Yo, welcome back to JWez TV. Smash that subscribe button, leave a like and comment. Thank y'all for tuning in to another reaction clip from me. And we're gonna get right into it, man. We got Nipsey Hussle in a throwback interview with Gilly the Kid when he answered questions about, colonizers and, the Caucasian race, capitalizing off black culture. So let's get into this reaction clip because it's something we need to hear. It's going on right now as we speak. Let's go.
Niggas don't look familiar. You look very unfamiliar. Yeah, these are familiar faces right here. Real niggas. Yeah. Huh?
Niggas that's familiar with you.
Take a look at some dinosaurs, nigga. We dinosaurs, nigga. We extinct, nigga. They dug these bones up, nigga. Understand that? You dig? Look at some dinosaurs, nigga. Look, this is about 6-7 T-Rexes, nigga. Eating, nigga. Hungry, nigga. Dig, carnivores, nigga.
Yes. Get him started, man. So you're back to this interview, and everybody can chime in, man. Let's let us know what this real LA shit is about, man. Repping it from the sakes of all the movies that was made out here, nigga. All the records, all the history, you know what I'm saying, all the culture, because that's like what the shit is about. A motherfucking white ass producer or wherever he from, whoever he is, they want to come out here and break some bread.
Capitalize on
come tell us his life, you know what I'm saying? Shoot him right here. Say, you look at the script like, nigga, how you know how to say this shit right here? Nigga, what the fuck you get? How you know this shit gonna get me killed or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You right up here, but just touch on that. By being Hollywood, we got the, you know what I'm saying, then you got the streets, like they can turn that shit into like a, what they call it, a historic landmark, you feel me? That's what I feel South Central is when I'm out there. I want to visit and drive down every street and watch this shit, you know what I'm talking about?
I mean, it's to the point now where a motherfucker from Missoula, Montana could tell you more about the hood than a nigga from the hood. Feel me? Could tell you about some crippin' and blood more than the nigga that's in that lifestyle. It's cause they got it under a microscope. They so fascinated, and it's so much of a phenomenon to them.
Adam 22. What's the other guy name? It's plenty of them Caucasian dudes, on the internet and media telling us about gangbanging. Nipsey Hussle told us 11 years ago this was gonna happen, and people are gonna capitalize off black culture. And we see Adam 22 and Trap Lord, Ross, and all of them, that's what they doing now, capitalizing off black culture, They telling our story better than we tell our own stories.
That's in that lifestyle. It's cause they got it under a microscope. They so fascinated, and it's so much of a phenomenon to them, and it's so entertaining to see us kill each other, and it's so exciting to them that they got it under a microscope. They damn near study everything a nigga do, from a nigga walk to a nigga talk to the type of music we do. And I ain't talking about black and white, I'm just talking about, street and non-street, like, gutter and suburb, you know what I mean? Like, just have not and haves, you feel what I'm saying? So I'm not just on black and white, you know what I mean? But it's a lot of that too. But like you said, it's just like everything else. Africa was full of natural resources. What they do? All the diamonds, they came and got it. All the gold, they came and got it. All the niggas, they came and got us. You know what I mean? It's the continent is raped of all its resources. So, you know what I mean? I guess the word they call it is colonialism. When they,
as y'all peep and hear Nipsey Hussle, speak articulately on, colonizing and Africa resources getting taken, and the industry stepping into street business and telling our story better than we tell our own stories. Y'all see one of his homies, all in his face, no homo, tapping in, listening, word for word, He probably ain't never heard a Crip speak like this before.
gold, they came and got it. All the niggas, they came and got us. You know what I mean? It's the continent is raped of all its resources. So, you know what I mean? I guess the word they call it is colonialism, when they come and colonize your land and take the resources.
That nigga just thought you was a regular gangbanger.
Yeah, I'm like I said,
using words like that.
Yeah, I'm just, we said it earlier, like I educated myself. At one point I was ignorant and lost, but like you gotta know yourself before you do anything, before you can make a record, before you can have an opinion, you gotta know yourself. So, the same thing going on with rap music, the same thing going on with all of our culture, whether it's gangbanging, whether it's trapping down south, whether it's hip hop, whatever it is. Like, if a motherfucker see it as an asset or as a resource, we don't got no means to go get it. You know what I mean? Other than our little pistols and handguns, we got choppers and all that. These niggas got millions of dollars, institutions set up, like the LAPD, like the feds, like the FBI. All this is their army. And they army make it to where you can inflict your will. Meaning if a motherfucker don't want to do it from an agreement, you can come take it. If a nigga don't want to agree and do it verbally, well, you got an army to come enforce your will. So
you already know, man. That's all they been doing, man. Colonizing and taking things out here. But what Nipsey Hussle is referring to, if you got an army, man, that's when you build some type of separation, man. And that's the first thing for a nation to have is an army, you know. And that's where we need to get to, man. Start building our own army. We got Bloods, Crips, GDs, Vice Lords, you know, everything in between. That's what we need to do. Build our own military might, because that's where a nation starts from, you know, building the military.
They army. And they army make it to where you can inflict your will. Meaning if a motherfucker don't want to do it from an agreement, you can come take it. If a nigga don't want to agree and do it verbally, well, you got an army to come enforce your will. So we that's what we lack. You know what I mean? We don't have no army that's gonna come protect our natural resources because our shit is divided. How, you know what I'm saying? We don't even understand how we connected because, oh, you a Blood, I'm from 60s, fuck you, or you from Hoover, I'm from 60s, fuck you, or you from A-Tray, I'm from 60s, fuck you. And that's a fucked up mentality to have. But that's the culture of where we come from. To where, like, that's why my album is titled South Central State of Mind. Cause we yeah.
The reason why I respect these niggas is because on some real shit is because that shit ain't a fad. This is niggas' culture. I don't respect niggas that's rappers running around and you from a city where that ain't even your culture and you throwing up a red rag or you throwing up a blue rag. Man, y'all niggas is faker than a motherfucker, man.
All right, we're going to cut that there, you know. As Giddy always stepped in and talked any negative thing he said, what he's saying right now, Nipsey Hussle not been paying attention to it because you already know where Nipsey Hussle mindset was on colonization, building your army and things of that nature. Both programming of two different minds at this time, you know, but Giddy getting back on Bloods and Crips and out of towner and, you know, Nipsey Hussle frequency is not on that wave right now. You can tell he just looked to the side when, you know, Giddy the Kid start talking and morphing out of towner, banging Bloods and Crips, saying how he don't respect it. But Nipsey Hussle's not there for that. He's here for pretty much telling us we need to build our own army. Be careful for these colonizers because they continue to, you know, take from ours, you know. And at the end of the day, like he said, 11 years ago, it's going to be some Caucasians like Adam Ross, Jake, Trap Blower Ross, and many others, you know, fascinated with our lifestyle and what we do, and you know they got it under a microscope. They could tell us more about gangs than we can, and we see it to today, man. It's J Wiz TV. Thank y'all for tuning in. That was a throwback from Nipsey and some gems, man. I'm out. Peace.
Now, when you hear Bloods and Crips, it probably conjures up images of palm trees, California sunshine, a lowrider driving down Slauson, or a Compton low-rise a la Boys in the Hood. Or maybe